Hello everybody, welcome back to Dream Daddy. Who's ready to go on our first date? You guys probably haven't figured out who our dad that we're gonna be dating is yet. Well, I'm about to tell you. Hi Daddy, it's me, your dear old friend from way back in the day, Dad Manda. I'm delighted to see you've signed up for Dadbook. They've recently added this exciting new messenger service, so you may find yourself receiving messages from other dads like myself. Take care not to miss them. Amanda, is that you? What are you doing on Dadbook? Why, Daddy, I never. We've known each other since business school. How could you possibly confuse me for your amazing and talented and easy to buy things for a daughter, though I am, of course, flattered. You should buy Amanda more things. Amanda, you know I didn't go to business school. I barely even managed to get my degree. Wait. No. Wow. I didn't say that. You never heard that. This is gold. I was a great student, I swear. I graduated at the top of my class because I worked hard and ate all my vegetables. Totally holding on to this for later. Wait, do you even remember what I majored in? I declined to comment. Cool. That's right. The daddy we're dating this time is Robert. The cool dad. Robert Small. When the internet gains sentience and decides to destroy us all, you know it'll use this information against us, right? On a Friday night, you're most likely to make a deal in an alleyway. Have it go bad. Who's the cop? Who's the cop? Was it Giacomo? I trusted Giacomo. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? Gun. What are your turn-ons? Don't talk to me. What did you want to be when you grew up? Grifter. What's your favorite movie genre? Italian neorealism. What's your ideal date? Grave robbery. What do you never leave home without? At least 4 knives. Spend a lot of time thinking about, you ever really look into a rabid animal's eyes? Let's see what happens when we go for Robbie Boy. Robert was pretty nice. A little odd, but nice. And ruggedly handsome. We should hang out. I type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey Robert, good seeing you again at the cookout. Wanna grab a drink? I sit there for a couple seconds, hoping he'll message me back. Hey, it says that he read my message. I anxiously wait for a reply. Let's watch cat videos on the internet. I start down a rabbit hole of cat videos, and Robert quickly vanishes from my mind. Didn't realize how long I've been doing this, but by the time I watch maybe my 30th cat video, Robert pops back into my head. I jump back over to the Dadbook to see if he's responded yet. Nothing. Well, I guess the guy's busy. Might as well make the best of my day. I get up, walk to the living room, then sit down and turn on the TV. Food. Ooh, meat hell is on. You have 10 minutes to cook a 5-course meal that must include these ingredients: steak, lemon meringue pie, paper clips, and a hammer. If you are unable to finish cooking, or if any of these ingredients are absent from the dish, we will release the wolves. Oh my god. I'm not kidding. Please help us. I lose several hours to whatever the hell that was. Sighing, I get up and walk around the house. My stomach grumbles. Time for lunch, huh? Well, I guess it's time for old Chef Funk to cook a gourmet delicacy. I walk over to the refrigerator and open the door. Make a sandwich. I make a sandwich in its entirety while standing there. Who needs plates? The sandwich. A lost art. I admire my work for a second before I clumsily drop the entire thing on the floor. No! I look around and remember that Amanda's not home. This is still good. 5-second roll, right? I reassembled my sandwich, peeling pickles off the floor and putting them back where they belong, in my mouth. I'm not gonna admit out loud that this is me. Wait, I'm a wreck. I finish my snack and walk around the house some more. Bored. When's Amanda coming home? Oh, I just remembered something. When we were packing up the old house, we found an old basketball hoop that would hang off of a door. Really bring the living room together. Wonder where I put that. Spend a couple of minutes poking around the new place until I find it. After installing it above one of the doors in the living room, I'm ready to dunk. Come on and slam, if you want to jam. I take a leap from the free throw line and rocket that sucker down the net. The crowd goes wild, and welcome to the jam. Pull up from the 3-point line, breaking ankles and sinking a fadeaway. And I forgot the rest of the words to this song. No look behind the back, hook shot, everyone's on their feet. Something, something, Space Jam. Dad. Turn around to see Amanda standing at the doorway. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Hey, Amanda Panda, you all right?
I'm fine.
What are you doing? I, found the hoop and I'm taking it to the hole. Pass me the rock. Put up a brick. I lead the league in blocks. Set the record for rebounds in my rookie year. Think you can handle this? What's a rebound? Oh, when someone misses a shot and the other players try to receive it. That's Just kidding! Amanda zigzags past me and tips a layup into the hoop. Art of war, bitches! Amanda, language. Sun Tzu didn't care about language. I would argue that Sun Tzu cared very much about language, so once you write something as timeless as the art of war, then you're allowed to swear. Amanda sticks out her tongue and dunks for another 2 points. Seriously though, you okay? Look like you've been crying. Oh, dude, I'm cool. I just saw like this really cute dog on the way home and it let me pet its belly. I couldn't contain my emotions. Tell me more about this dog. Gladly. She was a little French bulldog named Jacqueline, and her tongue was permanently stuck out of her mouth. She had a little sweater on. Wow. I probably also would have cried if I got to pet her. She was so excited for tummy rubs. Oh no, I'm tearing up just thinking about it. But seriously, you know you can talk to me about anything, right? Yeah, that's why I'm talking about my love for French bulldogs with you. Okay? Just remember that it's okay to be sad. Also remember that I love you very much. And I only want what's best for you. That's all. Alright. Alright, jeez. Don't make me cry again. Oh. Okay. Just making sure. Maybe you should be less concerned with my face and more concerned with full court presses. Man and I played ball for a little longer. Then we cooked dinner together. Managed to not almost burn the house down this time. Afterward, Man and I dig into a carton of ice cream over an episode of Chopped Toddler Tournament. What you have in front of you is a molecularly deconstructed sweet potato with brown sugar demi-glaze with cream fraiche, of course. This is literally a jar of baby food. Toddler immediately bursts into tears. Are you bad people for watching this? Yes. Just then, my computer dings. Huh? What's that? Oh, you probably just got a message. Man and I walk over to the computer and check Dat Book. It's a message from Robert. You up? WID. What's that mean? What you doing? What am I doing? You're just chilling. Yeah, I'm just straight chilling, yo. I type back, just chilling. Amanda deletes the G and hits send. Just chillin'. No. It'll make it look cooler. Couple moments pass by, another message pops in. Want to grab a drink? Hey, that means he wants to hang out. I know what that means, Amanda, but it's kind of late. Come on, Pops, live a little. I am living with ice cream and traumatized toddlers. Well, it's your life. I think you'd have a lot of fun tonight. You are trying to get to know the neighbors better, aren't you? Ugh, fine. Type back a message to Robert asking him for deets, and he tells me to meet him at Jim and Kim's. Well, don't wait up for me. I never do. Throw on a nice jacket and run out the door. It's only a short walk to Jim and Kim's, and it's a beautiful night. I walk into the bar and see the usual crowd of barflies drinking beer and watching sports. I spot Robert at the back of the bar and wave hi as I walk over. Hey man, how's it going? Hey buddy. Oh, hey there, Skipper. Robert and Mary are here? Uh-oh. I brought Mary along. Figured we needed a drinking buddy. Oh man, I was excited to get to know Robert a little better. Now I have to deal with this weird married lady making passes at me. Don't look so scared, kiddo. We're just having a drink. Yeah, speaking of which, I think it's time for the first round. What are you having? Whiskey, straight up. Dad after my own heart, huh? Robert orders 3 shots of whiskey and passes them between us. Well, wasn't how I expected the night to be going. Here's to bad decisions and relaxed moral values, fellas. What have I gotten myself into? We all knock back the shots. I almost choke on the whiskey as it burns down my throat. Holy hell, that was a kick. I look over at Robert and Mary, who seem like old pros at this. Robert grabs his jacket and throws it on. Let's get marching. What? The night's young, Chief. Come on, we're bar hopping. Oh. Alright. We leave the bar and start walking down the street. I still don't know this area of town very well, so I just follow Robert. So where are we headed? Irish I were drinking. It's an Irish pub. A good pun is the whiskey to my heart. Puns are the lowest form of human, Daddy. Try harder. Ouch. Am I gonna be the butt of the joke all night? Jesus, Mary, put your fangs away for a second. We walk into the I were drinking. The bar's pretty much the same as Jim and Kim's, except for the old-timey Irish memorabilia on the wall. Next round, what are you having? Whiskey hasn't failed me yet. Let's do it. Robert orders 3 more glasses of whiskey and we post up in a garish green booth. Mary slides in and siddles up next to Robert, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief. Let's sip this one, why don't we? Suit yourself. Mary immediately downs her shot in one gulp and burps loudly. That'll put hair on your chest. You are truly the paragon of grace and beauty. Mary grabs my drink and sips on it. Hey, Daddy, be a dear and give us another round, will ya? I don't know how to process this evening at all. I get up and order another round of drinks from the bartender. As I head back, I see Mary and Robert having a lively conversation. Robert roars with laughter. I don't think I've ever seen the guy smile, let alone laugh. I take a seat across the booth from them and pass out the drinks. Hey. So Edith's kid snuck some pop brownies on the table at the last bake sale, right? I spot that little hemp sweat-shirted gremlin in the act, so I go up to Edith with the bag and I'm about to tell her when all of a sudden she just freaks out on me. You're ruining the bake sale, she said. I should have been PTA president. Your roots are bad and blah, blah, blah. So what did you do? I told her to have a brownie and that everything was going to be fine. They both erupt into laughter. I politely follow along with the story. She ate 3. More laughter. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. She called the cops and told them that time had stopped. Mary looks directly at me. Do you smoke weed? What? Hey. You know, the devil's lettuce. I've 2 big fat blunts in my purse right now. You want to blaze? You with the feds? I worked hard for what I have, and no 2-bit corner boy's gonna drop the dime on me. So you take what you're pushing somewhere else, and I'll keep running my business the way I want it run. What? Remember, you come at the king. You best not miss. Jesus, kid, dial it back. Robert giggles helplessly. I'm just kidding, cowboy. Lay out the kid, Mary. He might not be used to your brand of humor. Fine, fine. We sit around and sip our drinks, people watching, cracking jokes. After a little bit of time, I begin to warm up to Mary. Her jokes become much funnier and much less scary. But it seems like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. I just want some alone time with Robert. I wonder if I can get her to leave somehow. Could you get the next round? Trying to ditch me, pal? No. Because if you're trying to ditch me, you can just tell me to scram. No, it's fine. Daddy wants alone time with his new best buddy, Robert. Read you loud and clear. The wingman breaks formation to pursue their prey. Hey. Now, if you fellas will excuse me, Mary needs to sink her teeth into a helpless boy. Go with God. Nice seeing you. Deuces, nerds. I don't know how to handle Mary whatsoever. Mary gets up and saunters over to a younger-looking guy at the bar. She grows on you. Does she, though? I feel like she kind of delights in making men suffer. Well, she does. What about her and Joseph? What about them? You know, they're married, and she definitely tried to get in my pants the other night, and just as to her across the bar where she's making goo-goo eyes at the young guy from before, it looks like he's being held hostage. Oh, that's just a thing she does. She's harmless. Tell that to the boy she's hanging off of. Poor kid looks like he's seen war. Robert lets out a hearty laugh. Hey, I got him to laugh. Oh, man, you know I pegged you for one of those straight-laced types. Don't worry, I got pretty wild back in my day. Still got a little wild in ya? Oh, you know it. Robert orders a couple more rounds of shots. I gulp. What am I getting myself into? I think you can go shot for shot. There's only one way to look cool here. I grab the shot closest to me and down it. Robert looks impressed. He takes his shot and knocks it back. That's one. So, what do I even talk about? He's so cool, and he probably hates small talk. So how are things? Nah, I hate small talk. I got too many people, and this isn't necessarily you, but too many people think that they have to fill the dead air with noise. Personally, I think they're afraid of the silence, or they're afraid of what the other person is going to think of the silence. Hey. If you want some unsolicited advice, just learn to be comfortable with silence. Nothing wrong with 2 people sitting in silence and drinking whiskey. Oh, all right. Or when I sit in silence and drink whiskey, taking the rest of the bar, patrons laughing, playing darts, spilling beer, Mary giving the hard sell to that young man. The young man pretending he got a phone call from one of his friends. Maybe silence is nice sometimes. So, you ever kill a man? I choke on my drink. Excuse me? You know, watch the life drain from someone's eyes. It's not just their life, you know, it's their hopes and dreams draining away. Every memory and experience they've ever had. Gone. No. Great, me neither. Robert knocks back his shot and motions for me to do the same. I reciprocate. I'm just messing with you, relax. I laugh nervously. Or am I? I laugh nervously. Again. We sip more whiskey and people watch some more. Mary has her sights set on another man after the one excused himself to the bathroom, and I, assumed, crawled out the window. Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard. You betcha. Robert gets up out of the booth, shouldering his jacket. Let's roll. Sorry, whiskey, inside voices. Let's roll. Wait, what about Mary? Brother, Mary's gonna be just fine. I look over at Mary, who's lying on the bar in front of some poor sap. She's singing happy birthday to him while he insists it's not his birthday. I make my way out of the bar and back on the street. I'm trying my hardest not to stumble, but man, that sidewalk is just coming right at me. I hope Robert doesn't notice me tripping over my own feet like this is the first time I've ever been drunk. Where to? You'll see. Follow Robert through some street lamp spotlights until we arrive at a rundown strip mall. There's a beauty salon, a sex shop, a computer repair store that looks like it's been closed for 10 years, and finally a liquor store. Wait here. I'll be right back. After a moment, Robert returns with 2 wine bottles and brown paper bags. He hands one to me. Cheers. He sits on the curb and drinks. He motions for me to do the same. This is really not where I expected the night to go. I take a sip. Why Zinfandel? What? Nothing. I just wasn't expecting. It is delicious, fruity, and refreshing. Don't judge me. Start to say something, think of his lecture about valuing silence earlier, and stop. Sip on my wine and watch cars drive by. Let's throw some rocks at shit. What? Robert suddenly hurls a rock at a stop sign. The ding echoes throughout the empty parking lot. That felt good. Presses stone into my free hand. Now you try. I don't know. With feeling. Look at the rock in my hand and look at the stop sign. Back at the rock, back at the stop sign. I know what has to be done. This one's for you, Pappy. I have unresolved resentment toward my father, and I'm gonna express it through property damage. I hurl the rock at the sign. It sails out of the sign, right into the window of a parked car, leaving a crack. Dude, run! I leap up and dart into the nearest alley, wine in hand. I can hear Robert's footsteps behind me. After I'm sure I'm far enough away from the cracked window that I am no longer culpable for this heinous crime, I stop to catch my breath. Maybe we strike rock throwing from the to-do list. Agreed. Suddenly, my stomach growls. Oh, man. I am starving. Let's get pizza. I cannot argue with that. Where's good around here? Actually, I don't even care if it's good. It just needs to be edible and in my mouth in the next 5 minutes. I know just the place. I follow Robert through a maze of alleys and side streets until we eventually end up in front of a tiny hole-in-the-wall pizza joint. The bright red neon sign reads, Pete's Piece of Pizza. You know, I remember getting pizza at like 3 a.m. back in college, and it was just like, you know, you go there after like going out with friends who are all drinking, so they're all drunk off their butts. I'm sober because I hate drinking. I just going to a hole-in-the-wall pizza joint and just buying a slice of pizza and just enjoying that greasy goodness at 2 a.m. It's just, there's something nice about it. Ta-da! I can see a few exhausted-looking workers behind the counter. Pulling piping hot pizzas right out of stone ovens. My stomach rumbles again. We go up to the counter and get ready to order. I get 2 slices of Hawaiian pizza. Oh wait, Daddy, you're good with pineapple on your pizza, right? Of course. We wait a minute for our pizza to come out of the oven. I'm practically drooling at the smell. The cashier hands us each a giant slice on a paper plate so saturated with grease that I'm worried it will fall apart. Take our pizzas outside and wander through the alleyways as we eat. I take a bite. It's absolutely delicious. Pineapple is truly the best pizza topping. You said it. Man, I feel way better now. You and me both. We hear noise coming from a slightly ajar door in the alleyway. Robert looks at me excitedly. Got any more of that wild in ya? You betcha. Good on ya. Robert and I slide the door open and peek inside. It's completely dark except for some flickering light. We slowly creep forward, cautious not to be heard or seen. Shh. Don't shush me so loud. Shh. We come to the end of the hallway and find ourselves standing in front of a movie screen. Oh, this suddenly makes sense. Did we actually just sneak into a movie theater like a couple of teenagers? No talking during the movie. We look into the audience and are surprised to find that it's almost completely empty, save for a row of a few teenagers in the front. They look annoyed when they notice us. Robert starts making his way to the very back of the theater and I follow him. We settle in with our wines and try to make sense of this movie. It's a romantic comedy, I think. A young man is frantically trying to get through New York to find the woman that he's realized he's in love with. Kiss already! Somebody kiss you. You want him to kiss the taxi driver? Hell yeah. Kids down the way notice us heckling. One of them speaks up. Hey man, keep it down. Oh damn, that's Ernest Hemingway, Hugo's kid. Ernest. Hey Ernest, I know you. It's me, your neighbor. Hi. Ernest turns back around embarrassed. I turn back to Robert. He kiss anyone yet? Turns out that yes, he did kiss someone. He made his way to a tiny island near New York to profess his love for a woman who for some reason he knew would be there. She tells him that they hit the jackpot. He said that they had. But I think there was some subtext I'm missing here. Boo, love is dead. Shut up, it's beautiful. No, you shut up. Ernest grumbles. The credits start to roll. I stand up. Robert immediately pulls me back down. Hundreds of people worked very hard to make this film happen, and you're going to sit here and appreciate them. Okay. Look at that. Elizabeth Shelton. She worked really hard. I bet she did lots of good wardrobe design. Thank you, Elizabeth Shelton, for this beautiful film-going experience. And Peter Anders, catering. Fed a bunch of people so that they could have the energy to do their jobs. What a guy. We let the credits roll while Robert individually thanks every member of the crew. Once it's finally open, make sure no animals were harmed in the making of the film. We leave the movie theater. We stumble into the theater parking lot, polishing off the rest of our wine. Hey, assholes. Out of nowhere, a rock flies through the air and hits me on the knee. My knee! What the hell? Ernest and his friends stand in the alleyway, blocking our exit. Oh, what do you guys want? Why'd you go and throw a rock at my knee? That's my good knee. My orthopedist is gonna be pissed. Ernest tosses another rock and up and down in his hands. What's wrong with this kid? You ruined my theater-going experience. Now you have to pay. Oh. Well, I don't have any cash on me right now, and like movies got really expensive. Ernest hucks another rock at my other knee. I'm able to jump out of the way. But I didn't properly stretch before physical activity, and I'm probably gonna feel super sore in the morning. We've ruined it for you. The movie was pretty crappy to begin with. Hey, you take that back. That was a beautiful love story with really genuine acting. You call that good acting? What classicist mainstream slop have you been served your entire life? What? Have you ever seen any Michael Powell? A Matter of Life and Death, 1946, easily the toughest 5 minutes of love you'll ever witness. Listen, man.
Excuse me?
No, you listen. That popcorn-ass drivel the mass media is shoving down your throat will only make you dumber and sadder. You of all people should strive for a higher standard in the art you consume. Your name is Ernest Hemingway, for Christ's sakes. Oh no, now you've done it. Ernest rushes Robert, screaming like a banshee. I dive between Ernest and Robert, trying to stop the kid. He lunges forward, kicking me as hard as he can in the knee. Fuck my knee! Robert gets in between Ernest and myself. It's as if he's seeing red. Fuck, my fucking knee hurts. Alright, buddy. Talk like punk, get hit like punk. Robert squares it into a boxer stance. Queensberry rules. 3-minute rounds with 1 minute rest in between. No low blows, fish hooks, J grabs, or high blows. What? Don't even think about pulling an illegal turnstile. It's an automatic deduction at 3 points. You'll have to designate a second if you're unable to fulfill your role as a main duelist. One of your friends over there looks like he has enough youthful vivacity to handle it. Hey man, I don't want to get dragged into this. That movie sucked. It's too late. You two are bloodbound. If he dies, you die. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Talks to Queensberry. We're just gonna go. Ernest and his friends warily back away. Herbert calls after them. The Queensberry Association will hear about this and consume better content. Once the teens are safely out of earshot, Robert turns to me. Were you about to actually fight that kid? Are you kidding me? I would never hit a child. That would be despicable. You throw rules at them, though. They always bolt. Nobody wants a Queensberry sanctioned throwdown. But full disclosure, I made half of that up. Wow.
Oh.
See, you don't even have to know the rules. You just make them up. Come on, let's get out of here. Robert and I cool down a bit as we walk back to the neighborhood. I'm so sorry. I got really into the art of filmmaking when I drink. It's okay. I think it's cool how much you like movies. To be honest, I don't know a lot about them myself. Buddy, I got so much to show you. You ever seen Sam Fuller? I haven't. Fuller is cash. Thanks for defending my honor. It's a little strange when you say it that way, but sure, why not? Arbor throws an arm around my shoulder and we drunkenly belt out tunes all the way back. Finally get to his doorstep. This was an interesting night. I liked it. Smile forms on his cheeks, a rare sight. Sing again soon, yeah? Yeah. I linger there for a second, swaying drunkenly in the night breeze. Robert claps me on the shoulder. Night, bud. Robert heads back inside and I stumble my way back home. Dad drunk. Woot woot. How'd we do? We got a score.
Bleeds, we can kill it.
In the millions. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Knife Dad achievement progress. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumble, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. Wonder if we got any coupons today. I love coupons. The mail person slides a couple of letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. Takes a couple of tries for them to get it in. Hey, my coupons! I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably had headphones on. Amanda, she yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you'd want this big old envelope we got from HIA. Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Horn Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back later. Father, please. I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't. I got in. Oh, I got in. Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my God, I can't believe I got in. Of course you got in. You're a great student. You nailed that interview and your photography is incredible. Wait, Dad, I know this one's really expensive and it's so far away. I think for a moment. HIA was one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied to, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. Really? Of course. Amanda hugs me again. Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie. We're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice, wherever you want. Wherever? Amanda and I walk along the bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Please, Dad. You know I'm a simple guy. Just give me a burrito with a view. Can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch ships sail lazily through the bay. And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes, and there are all these galleries nearby. There's a discount if you bring your student ID, and... Amanda, slow down. You're gonna choke on your burrito. I know. I'm just excited. Did I mention that students get their own studio space once they're seniors? And we get all the professional photo editing software for free? It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA, but I wish she wouldn't do it in between bites of her burrito. I thought I taught her to chew her food with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. You take a survey online and they match it with someone with similar major and interests, but we're gonna be best friends. I did one of those survey things twice. Actually, I only did it once. And I mean, I was fairly good friends with my roommate, but it didn't really last very long. I'm not super good friends with my roommate, so sadly, I did not have that ideal college lifestyle that I know a lot of people do. But hey, that just is the way that the cookie will crumble. Craig and I were. Good roommate can be a lifelong friend, but don't ever get me started on bad roommates. Oh no. I'm just kidding, we didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about our new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Carl ruled. Oh, like, they let you have animals in the dorms if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could afford one. I think I'd get a rabbit, maybe a snake, maybe both. The snake eat a rabbit though? Oh boy, I think I'll leave that all up to you. She's so excited. Don't want to disappoint her. But I need to be real for a second. So, you know I had that talk with Mr. Vega. He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No. I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park the last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horns, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay. I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's gonna be some treacherous ice roads to cross. Don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now and you're such a good person. I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're gonna make me cry too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's gonna make it taste sad. It's a sad burrito. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Paps. Cuteness!
Welcome.
You've got dads. You've got dads. Alright, it's time for number 2. We're gonna ignore Craig because we don't do Craig stuff. Let's go with Robert again. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times. Dadbook says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of the house, actually. So I'd send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. Walk away from my computer because at this point I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. I linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on work. The house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. I'll bake her favorite pie. I root through the pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. Start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries into a saucepan to make the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie? It's a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. Ah, man, I can never remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist on my grandmother's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. It's actually, it really makes the cherries extra flavorful. God, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? Almond extract. Oh. It's almond extract, duh. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in. Way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Baking is an art, and some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes. Finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 50 minutes? I'll just wing it. Amanda's gonna be so excited. That kid loves a good pie. I have a seat at the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I can hear the door slam open. Yo, Pops, what smells like pie in here? It's pie. And it darts to the oven and looks inside. Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? Amanda, I have terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder, an inspirational astronaut, and bank robber. The lifestyle is calling me back, and I must go. One last job. You know how it is. This pie was the only way I knew how to tell you. Well, I appreciated the years we spent together, but a trade-up is a trade-up. Remember me when you're kicking your feet up in Ibiza. Thanks for all the pie. Share a cordial handshake. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on a recticle and guard it so Amanda doesn't dig in before it's ready. Huh. What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh. That's just me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally? I'm just saying this because, you know, it seems like you might have baked the pie incorrectly. And you're currently, right now, trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? Well, was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you... Just eat the pie, Panda. I got a few slices we sit down to eat. Cherry filling oozes out of the sides and the butter crust glistens. I watch as Amanda takes a bite. What's wrong? Is it not good? Amanda winces and fans her mouth. No, I just... burned the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie is amazing. Sorry for doubting you. I breathe a sigh of relief and take a bite. She's right. The pie is incredible. As it always is. I'm really proud of you for making a pie without burning the new house down. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we, as a society, should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. Dad, your sleeve is on fire. I run to the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. Man and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. I go back to my word jumbles. Hey, this one spells cat. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner. I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications. We both start getting ready for bed. I decided to check Dad book one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert. Hope he's okay. Turn the lights out and lie down. Hey. Daddy. Hey. Hey, Daddy. Hey, I'm outside. Come outside. What is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. Oh, God. Oh, there was something in my throat. I don't know what it was. Ugh. 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 I walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice what's happening on screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. I look out my window, and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. I open my door to try to figure out what's going on. Hey. Hey?
Hey.
Wanna hang? I was kinda sleeping.
Oh?
That's no fun. I'm hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have to be anywhere in the morning. Might as well live a little. Sure. Cool. You plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I am, in fact, not wearing pants. I mean, I don't mind. Right. 1 second. I run inside, throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready. Ready. Hop in. I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packs and gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac. You like Tom Waits? Hoist that rag, baby. Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, all right. He lights a cigarette and cracks the window. We drive together in silence. So where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I got myself into, it looks like I'm in for the night. So onto my seat and watch the streetlights pass. Glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more there that I just can't place. He does not like small talk, so I remember what Robert said about hating small talk and decided to keep my mouth shut. He notices me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on, we're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not sure. Eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and passes the space next to him. Sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill, overlooking the city skyline across the bay. The cool night rustles some trees near us as the light blinks off in the distance. Off to the side, I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's all so gorgeous. This is where I come to masturbate. What? I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? This is my little spot where I come to think. It's nice. You can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight, and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife. Oh. Please don't stab me. Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either. Robert takes his knife to the piece of wood and starts carving it. Oh. I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was gonna stab you just now? What? No. Hate to break it to you, but I did. In fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years, I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate. Ha! Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into a pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. And I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa? No. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you with your first social security check. Daddy, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you've even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and I've come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground. Perfect for potential whittling. Yeah, pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is going to splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety? No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. Look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered in little white scars. They're very nice hands. Can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs.
Knife that wood.
Uh-oh. Are we whittling a toothpick? That's a good start. What did you make? I made a pencil. Good luck writing with that. You made a highly dangerous weapon. Tell me about this one. That is a popsicle stick. Now you need to carve up some wooden juice, wooden fruit, and a wooden freezer. Ah, a popsicle stick. Now what are we whittling? That is a toothpick. You realize you could have just picked your teeth with the knife. What's this? A chicken nugget. Please don't eat that. You've made Robert uncomfortable. Yay! Nice form. What's that supposed to be? Louisiana. Good old Louisiana. Beautiful place. Got stabbed there once, you know. Or was it Kentucky? What do we have here? It's a stick. We made an ambidextrous chopstick. It looks like a swan. Nice work. The meanest bird. Beautiful handiwork. What do you call it? I call it Sir Hossington the Brave. A brave and noble name for a brave and noble creature. Ah, a beautiful gift for Amanda. Aw, I wanted to keep carving. Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of it. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife. Ah! While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wood carving. Robert is lost in carving, doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into a jacket again. Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? And pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck and I hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes all the blood off my hand and wipes a bit of antiseptic on the cut. Surprising gentleness. He places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. Hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I guess I'm a real whittler now. There you are. Be careful though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of the blood? Cryptids. Ton of them out here, you know. Cryptids like Mothman and stuff. Mothman is bullshit. But yeah, this town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods that we can't possibly comprehend. Think about my entire time in this city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever hear of the Dover ghost? I don't think so. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on a camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy. She's a big pit bull. Real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea into my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment, but hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? Just so me and Betsy start marching in the morning. Gets a little late and we set up camp. But it's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life, right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing. Nobody's there. But there's this feeling. Not sure if I can quite describe it. I know someone, something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. And when she's scared, you know that I should be too. And then I see it. In the distance. A man. But something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like that made it. It just looked wrong. Big. Arms too long for its body. Black eyes. Just stood there. Stared at me. Then it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her. But she's gone. Into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night, and I don't think I've slept right since. You're lying. Okay, you're full of shit. You think I'm lying? Robert pulls out his wallet and shows me a picture of a beautiful pit bull. Tell that to Betsy. Say that if you listen closely on quiet nights, nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost. A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl, it's so guttural. Even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl. Okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right? I was messing with you up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I can barely make out the shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should go. Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns on his headlights and we make a slow crawl away back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that? The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve. Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a little while longer. The fear of whatever was slowly subsiding as we got closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. It was fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. I had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette. Been doing a lot of thinking. It takes a long drag. As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in this sea of regret. So busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life where I've been sad, and there's a great many of them. But there was always a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to that kept me going. There's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. I'm glad you told me. It must have taken a lot for you to tell somebody this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be. Do you ever wish you were a better father? Think about it for a second. All the time. You can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret or wish that I could have done better, but I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does. It's funny. I look at you and your relationship with your daughter and it seems perfect. It isn't. At least you're there for her. I stare out the window at the blur of passing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What did your dad do? It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet, stoic. Didn't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did about me or my mom.
I don't know.
Do you hate him? No. I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of feel bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all the happiest moments of my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex, and he just wasn't there. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Belarusian prison. What? I turn and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. We both break out into laughter and he pats me on the shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. You never know when you might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks, then pulls away. Then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. Tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right, Amanda? You know what? It's fine. I think about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda. She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you too. Night. I chuckle to myself and finally decide to go to bed. Successful date! Yay! Fiscal responsibility.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
I still love how he's like, if it bleeds, we can kill it. All right. And that is where we're going to end it off once again for this week. My God, this one is flying through. It's almost time for the third and final date, which means potential for us to finish this next week. So look forward to that. Well, we will finish it next week. It's either going to be Tuesday or Thursday. But look forward to that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Keep supporting me and my content like you all have been. And we're going to just get through this game amazingly and everything else we've got. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until the next time, everybody, stay funky, people.